What's going on, guys? It's the Podcast Boys, episode 102. We have Jackson here instead of ET because ET decided he's going to be on the behind the camera today. So if you realize that the camera production is a lot better, that's why. No, but we got Jackson here, um, and he's coming on willingly. There might not be let's just say approval. But yeah, we'll keep it at that. Hopefully, it'll be a good episode. We haven't had Jackson on since episode 50, which was a banger episode. So we're gonna see how this goes. Hopefully, he doesn't say anything that isn't meant for the internet. Anyhow, no, but the episode that we had last was pretty good. So thanks for the feedback on that one. Sorry if I sound kind of shitty today. I've been playing a lot of basketball, so I'm kind of tired. As well as you might hear background noise. I doubt it though, but the neighbors are really loud right now. So if you hear anything in the background that you think, party or whatever, that's why. But let's get right into the episode. So we'll start off with story time. I'm gonna kick us off. Kick us off. I don't know if I said that right. I'm gonna start us off, and basically, this week I got 110 for my bench. It's a new PR that I have. I didn't do the bench test. I just did it on my own. And then we have me and Justin are going to a Warriors game. First time going to a Warriors game. Me and Justin. It's gonna be tomorrow as a recording. By the time this episode's out, it will be yesterday. So hopefully it's really fun. Somebody was telling me, you know who you are, that the Warriors, when you go to a game, it's not like that hype. It's very like calm and whatever. Which I mean, I kind of expect that because they have lost the past like 5 games they've played. They're last in the West Division, and they're versing the San Diego Seals. That's the game that we're going to, and the Seals are one of the best teams in the league, arguably. They're quite good, so I'm excited to see it. I've never seen a Warriors game, like I mentioned as well. Justin has not either, so should be fun. Then we have started art. I started the art class this week, I think, or it could have been last, but I'm pretty sure it was this week. But anyway, I started it, and I don't know, Jackson, is your mic supposed to be bent like that, or is it supposed to be upright? Et, what are we saying? I don't know.
It can go whenever.
It's blocking my beautiful nose.
I see what you're saying. All right. Yeah, no, but yeah, we have a guest Jackson today, and we'll try and get more guests coming up. It's just been hard trying to negotiate like what we're gonna do with mics and that, or if we're gonna have to go back online to get a guest, because we do have a bunch of people that want to be guests, and so we'll see what happens, I suppose. But I'll hand it over to one of these guys, and they'll start us off with their story time.
All right, I'll take it over from Colin. But so this week, I don't know if I talked about it last week, but our Instagram chat with a bunch of the guys in our grade got leaked to the principal and the vice principal, and basically, there's a lot of like sketchy things in there, like photos, videos, and like memes and stuff. A bunch of guys are sending like racial slurs and like just questionable memes. But basically, what happened? One of my friends got suspended last week for 3 days because he sent a picture of my friend on the toilet, like in one of the washrooms. Like he went over the stall, took a picture of him, sent it to the chat, and in like the Canadian like Supreme Court, that's seen as child pornography because he's a minor. So it like even if you are a minor yourself, it doesn't count towards anything. It is still child pornography and it's still a crime. So, basically what happened, there was a meeting this week, and, all the guys from the chat, so about 30 guys in our grade, had to go, to one of the classrooms and talk with the constable, like the police guy, and basically we had to talk about, like, digital footprint and, just, like, your consequences and actions online. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. No one really said anything, but everyone was like, I think, pretty nervous. And yeah, they said after if someone else said like anything worse, there'd be like consequences. So I was in my last block of the day on Wednesday or Thursday. I think Wednesday, right? And I'm just, I'm doing my work, whatever. and the vice principal comes in, and he walks in the classroom and he goes, I need to see Justin for a moment. And I'm like, oh shit. And he pulls me aside, and he just like follow me, and he starts walking, and he goes towards the office, and he's like, sit here, and it's in this big long, like it's a long desk, kind of like we have here, and like
No, wait.
I'm just sitting and just waiting. And then the next person that walks in is Mr. I can't say his name, our principal, and he's sitting across from me, and then my buddy Quinn, who one of the first podcast boys, was sitting next to me. And he pulls us in and he goes, do you guys know why you're here? And I'm like, to be honest, I actually don't know why I'm here. And he's like, well, you sent a picture, which is considered child pornography. And basically, I'm like, what picture is it? And he pulls up his phone and he shows me. It's a picture of one of my friends.
Oh, Lord.
It was taken at like our friend's house. I won't mention, but he was taking a piss, and one of our friends was next to him with like this, posing next to him as he's taking a piss, and we thought it was really funny at the time, so we sent it. One of my friends like, oh, send it to the chat. So I'm like, okay, I'll just send it to the chat so like my friends can see it. It's a pretty funny picture. Everyone was laughing at it. They thought it was really funny, but now it's not so funny. And they were talking to me about it, and they're like, okay, well, basically we have two options kind of going forward here. You have to, you have some consequence for this. So either you get suspended for 3 days, or you get like a bunch of detentions. Okay, so obviously I chose the detentions, but I think I have like 10 or like a week of detentions, which isn't too bad, like considering what I did. Well, I don't know.
You didn't do anything wrong.
I don't think I did.
Period.
What I did is that bad because I didn't think like no one thinks that their principal is gonna see like a private messaging chat with their buddies. Like
who would think that? Like someone snitched, obviously.
Yeah, someone within the chat.
We won't say.
Yeah, we won't say, but yeah. And
yeah, use a bitch if you're watching this. No, I'm joking. Well.
Yeah, if you're watching this, I will come for you. Back to you.
Yeah. So anyways, it's just like it was so nerve-wracking. I was shaking because I told my parents too. I hope they're not watching. Maybe they are. I don't know.
They probably are.
But anyways, I told my parents that I didn't say anything or do anything in the chat, which I thought was true at the time. I didn't think I said or did anything in the chat. The only thing that I because when I was scrolling through the chat I was checking like if I sent anything bad, the only things that I would say is like, hey, what's the homework for science or whatever? Or, like, is there a spirit day on this day?
And that's not bad.
And that's not bad at all, right? I'm just, like, trying to, figure out what's going on the next day. But I guess this was about 4 months ago. And the problem with this chat is it was so active. Like, everyone is posting, like, crazy in that chat. Like, within 1 day, there would have been probably, like, 20 memes or just, like, chats. So this, I think, the picture that was taken was, like, 4 months ago. And they had scrolled all the way back to find that, which I was, I don't know. I definitely changed a lot in 4 months, and I think it was kind of unfair of them, like, accusing me. Like, I did do it, but, I didn't know the consequences back then. And now, like, I know, but...
So 4 months ago, you took the photo?
Yeah, like, literally beginning of the year.
That's bullshit.
And, yeah, and then the other thing they were saying, this kind of pissed me off. They were like, this is what they said. They were saying... You go to a good school, you're raised by a good family, and you're taking this, and you're just, like, abusing it. You're abusing your power.
I don't know about the first one.
He said,
from what's been going on.
But they're saying, like, you're misusing your, like, he's, like, misusing your power. Like, you have all these good things going for you, and you're just throwing out the drain. I'm like, bro, okay, first off, like, I know it's a bad, like, it's not that bad. Like,
it's not at all.
It's, like, not... It was, like, consented, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
he said post it, so there's no
And it
problem.
wasn't, like, it was within a chat that, was with it, like, within the guys in our grade.
Don't do that, Jackson.
So, I don't know. It's just a weird situation. But, yeah, I have a couple detentions. I got, like, 9 more. I did one today. But,
There's a plane going over us, guys. Let's pray.
Yeah.
God, we asked that. No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
I wonder where they're going. Anyway.
Dubai. See Parsley.
Dubai. Shout out Parsley. He's probably watching this. All right. Story time for you, my friend.
My story time? Oh, I don't have any story times, actually. I took 2 days off for personal reasons. Had to reflect on myself. That sounds really weird, but, like, I had to. That's the only thing I had. I can't go deep into it because...
Personal.
It's personal stuff. But, yeah. Otherwise, I, like, bonkered my math test Oh my! I was writing that, and I was crying my eyes out. I was dying on that. I don't have any story time. I'm sorry.
So you
I'm so
got
sorry.
herpes, and you had to stay home. No, I'm joking. Anyway, okay. So we'll move on.
Wait, I have one more thing to add on my story time.
Go for it.
So this week, so this is like the same day that I had this talk, and obviously I'm like super nervous that like my parents are gonna think I'm lying or something, or I'll get like my ass.
You
whooped
didn't
or
lie to
something.
them, dude. If
I
they're
didn't lie to
watching
them.
this,
I didn't know. Mom, daddy, for watching this, I'm sorry. I actually didn't know, and it was like 4 months ago. So and the chat's so active, so I had to scroll like literally for like hours to find that. But anyways, the same day I was like skateboarding, and I was just like, I don't know. I was kind of like, I guess I was kind of pissed off and just kind of like
yeah, I would be
fucking
too.
annoyed. Cause my teacher, like my principal was like, yeah, you're abusing your power. He's like, not even guys in fucking jail abuse, like, exploit minors. And I'm like, bro, I'm
I
literally
would've
a
been
minor
like,
No,
myself.
some guys
dog.
go to
Like,
jail for that.
yeah, and so he's just, I
Well,
was like,
okay,
some
that's
shit
a
he said to me.
really retarded comment from your
Yeah.
principal.
Yeah, that's
They don't have fucking phones in jail. No
Yeah.
shit, they're not gonna exploit child pornography.
Well, not child pornography, but just he's saying like in generally like.
And
stoop to that level, but it's like,
referring you. He's comparing you to a criminal.
I'm like, bro.
That's some fucked up shit. Like I have something to add to that. Our vice principal is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he assumes a lot. There was this we went to a retreat, and the time when some of the friends they on ditching, and the lady walked up to her thing,
Yeah.
and so like our vice principal, he assumed it was one of our friends, and after he realized it wasn't, he didn't say sorry or anything like, oh, sorry, soon for you. No, he said go sit down, like in an angry voice and all that.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna assume something and you're wrong, you at least gotta apologize for it.
Yeah.
It can't be like, that's one thing I hate. My pet peeve is when someone assumes something to me. They're like, oh yeah, you did this and all that, and then so much proof and so much evidence that I didn't do it, and then they just like say nothing to me.
Yeah.
Like you take all your anger out on me and that shit, and you say nothing back.
Yeah. And like touching on that, like one of the things I hated about like that talk is like, okay, I understood like what I
Police
did
officer.
wrong, and I like admitted to what I did was wrong, but the way he's like wording it, he's almost saying they're like, oh, you're just like a bad person, like.
Yeah, like we
Uh,
committed murder.
Yeah, like, and they're saying, like, it's almost like disrespecting me. Like, you grew up in this, like, you don't know shit about me, and you're talking about, like, what my family situation is, and, like, my school, like, you don't know shit about me, and you're making these assumptions that everything's perfect. Like, you don't know what's going on
Yeah, and
behind the scenes, which pissed me off. Okay, and so, back on my story, the same day, I was skateboarding, and I was pissed off from this thing. I was doing this backside flip, and I kept fucking up, and I just stomped on my board. And normally I do that as a joke and like don't try to break my board, but I actually broke it, and I'm like, fuck, bro, I actually broke it. But then I just finished it off. So I broke my board, but I had a fresh one set up, so I just set it up.
Kind of
today.
sounds like a sad week for you, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
But it was
tomorrow
pretty
will
dope.
be, and today, cheering that up.
Yeah.
oh yeah, I just want to touch and say something. I beat this guy in soccer.
No, in foosball. Yeah, foosball. It's different. That's the first time I lost to anybody that are my friends. He beat me by, what was it, 2?
I think so. I beat you by a lot. I'm
It
like
was
the best.
It was like 1 or 2. We need a rematch after the
Yeah.
session,
I'm sorry, but your neighbors are just. You guys can't hear it right now, but.
Why are they in the garage? Like,
I don't understand.
Send this to him.
I feel like it would be loud if it wasn't in the garage.
Yeah, obviously it's loud when they already are in the garage. So yeah, of course it's gonna be loud without it. Yeah. So it's 12 degrees right now. It felt really warm today at one point. Okay, so thank you. So I actually learned that this week I learned that if you say bless you, because their heart stops when you sneeze.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I thought originally it was like
What?
some
Or like the devil goes in your nose.
and you say bless.
Yeah,
you,
I don't
like-
know the person who told me that. Somebody told me that this week, and I don't know who it was, but it could be wrong.
That was just
Yeah.
a polite thing to say, Like
Yeah, God
saying
bless you.
thank you,
God bless
It's just
you.
like something
yeah.
to,
Yeah. So are we done story time? I don't
I
have
guess
anything
so, yeah.
else. Okay.
Yeah, story time's over. I'm sorry. I'll do better next
He's
time.
new to this, you know. I just gotta bring up my topic. I guess I'll start us off with topics. So,
You want me to
huh? No, I got it. I'll go first. But
go? Roblox?
no. This week I talked about it last week, but it's changed a lot. So basically, Elon Musk, you know, like I said last week, he tried to buy Twitter out.
Oh, we talked about that 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks, yeah,
100
yeah.
episode.
And they had like this poison pill thing, and I was like, and I heard the news. It was this week. He actually bought it out for like $53 billion.
He bought Twitter?
He fully bought Twitter, so he owns
Good
Twitter
for him,
now.
bro.
But I was like, damn, like I didn't think he could actually do it, cause Twitter said this thing like, oh no,
It's
share.
Elon Musk. You know how
Yeah.
much money that guy has?
Yeah, it's like no one can fully like hold the what were they saying? Like no one can hold more than 15% of the company, but he did it somehow, and now he owns Twitter. So
Like
what do you?
fully. No
Yeah,
pill.
he fully owns
Oh.
Twitter now.
You can put anything he wants in there.
Yeah.
Spy on you.
Apparently, like Elon Musk talks a lot about like freedom of speech, and he kind of
Yeah.
wants everything to go like his like way. And so a lot of people are rumoring that like all the banned Twitter accounts are coming back, and all the people like almost shadow banned by
Bathrobe
Twitter.
Gwen.
Yeah, Donald Trump's a good example. I don't know what's happening with
Bathrobe
him.
Gwen.
If he's getting banned, if he's coming back.
But you gotta think. There's some reason why they were banned. You know, like there's
Yeah,
some
but
people that
for-
like
a lot of
this
it's for
shouldn't be
shitty
banned.
reasons.
Yeah, there's some
Mhm.
shitty reasons, but there's some other, like, that shouldn't be like cyberbullying. You know, they should be banned. So yeah,
So is every account coming back?
I feel like they have to. They gotta make fair. This guy literally said freedom of speech.
Mhm.
You gotta bring
So
them
you
all
say
back if you
anything.
think about it. You know, you can't just bring back Donald Trump and that's it. Well, actually, you can't do that. But
I wonder if they'll bring
Yeah.
EDP back. I mean, I guess so. There's a bunch of people that have been banned.
Mhm.
I think that this is actually a good thing because he's saying all this stuff. Hopefully he keeps to his word. Hopefully that he actually does, make Twitter a free space of political speech because, it's mainly left like people that aren't getting canceled. It's the right. It's the right side that is being like, if you go on Twitter right now, well, not right now since he owns it. If you go on Twitter right now, why did I say that again? If you go on Twitter like a few weeks ago when he hadn't bought it out, and you said there's only 2 genders, you're gonna get
smacked.
You're gonna get banned. So stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's just ridiculous. So I hope that he's doing it. I will be pretty. I don't use Twitter often. I don't tweet like.
Yeah.
So I mean, it will be cool to see that society is getting fair again. So if he can accomplish that, then I'll be happy. Not because I use Twitter, but because it's just bringing fairness to society and the world. So I think that'll be amazing if he can pull it off.
Okay,
Mhm.
talking about Twitter and all that. You have career ed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you watched The Social Dilemma.
Yeah.
Have you watched that? So yeah, I was watching that, and then speaking of Twitter on that, I was thinking of that and thinking of how like that you think you're choosing what you're choosing, but you're not.
Yeah, to like see on your profile.
Yeah,
and
like
stuff.
on that, and what really got me? Like everybody else was like, oh yeah, I knew this and all that. I had no idea, but you search up climate change, and everybody has different things. Everybody
Yeah.
has climate change is a hoax or climate change needs to be fixed. Like everybody has different things. I never knew that.
Yeah.
And so all the time, like when I would search up things, all that, I would think other people would get the same result as me,
Mhm.
and I realized it's not all true and all that. There's so much to go off of Google, but everybody gets a certain amount of it. A certain amount of
Yeah.
section.
And everyone gets everything like targeted towards that person.
Yeah.
So let's say if I'm searching a thing about like climate change, I might get something based on my interests or like passions, like skateboarding
Yeah.
changes climate change or something, like
Yeah.
just different like perspectives of like articles. So yeah, obviously people aren't getting like fed the same information, and I think Elon Musk buying out Twitter kind of shows like a new era of social media where it will be more open and it's gonna be less
Everybody's
biased.
gonna get the same thing.
It's gonna be less targeted towards one viewer, and it's just gonna be kind of everyone.
Or
all
it
at
could
once,
be.
I
It
think.
could be targeted against one viewer.
Sure.
Elon Musk.
Well,
could-
yeah. I
Like
think
you never know. Elon Musk. I think he's a good man. I think what he's doing is pretty good and all that. So I think it's not gonna do that. It's gonna be it's gonna be all free.
Like authentic stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it will be like everyone can kind of post their own thing on there, and everyone will have like freedom of speech. There's not like people are gonna get unbanned, and people are gonna have I don't know, their own like place to say stuff, and let their opinion be heard. And I think that's positive. I think it's a good step in the right direction. So yeah, that's kind of what I want to say about that. But.
Okay. Sorry, this just hit my mind. Zoom in here, okay? Pimples. Everybody is starting to develop pimples. Back pimples, they're pretty bad and all that, okay? But last night, I had this one time, I was scratching my back, it was itchy. I popped 6 of them, and they still all started bleeding, and I couldn't put on a shirt because it kept on stinging and all that. And I just want to say, back pimples are the worst pimples you can get because if you scratch one of them, and that hurts, and especially if it's fabric on you and you're doing sports on that and it's moving, it hurts like a bitch. I just want to say that right now. Someone else can talk now. That's all I want to say. Back pimples, back pimples suck.
Look at the spike when you said back. All right.
Also, back here. Also, forehead pimples. They hurt like a bitch
Yeah.
too, especially when like you're sweating and you go like this and it fucking pops. Yeah,
that's
you
what I
understand like right where the fucking elbow is. Back to me. Zoom in even more, bro. Okay. I don't care, bro. Pimples
Get closer to
suck.
the lens.
Okay. Here. Puberty is a bitch, bro. Who the fuck idea thought about getting pimples? Okay. Who the fuck was like, oh shit, bro. As we grow up, let's grow these fucking massive things that fucking pop like grenades, bro. So that's all I have to say. I'm done. I promise I'm done.
All right.
Actually, no, I'm not done.
Dude.
I realize that pimples don't grow on your fucking toes, bro. Like, they grow on your head and your back and, like, some of your chest, but not your fucking toes. You good?
I have nothing to say, dude. This is your take. But I do want to say off topic that I watched the Raptors game yesterday. It was very sad to watch. I was telling... I was telling Jackson that the reason they lost was because they kept on shooting threes, and they I don't know why they just kept on shooting it probably more than 10 times in a row when they would transition to offense, and through that's why they lost because they kept on missing the threes, and it really got me pissed off, and that's why they lost by like 25.
Yeah, you always have to have a good start, you know. If
And
you don't have a good start, it's harder to get.
But it was in the third quarter, and they were in like a shooting drought, is what the commentators were saying.
Yep.
Or a scoring drought for about
10 possessions or something.
No, it was in terms of like it was close to 7-8 minutes where they
7,
get
8
a single basket.
Yeah.
And what I've done with 2K is when I first start playing, I shoot threes a lot. And that's kind of what makes me go down. So what you got to do is through that, you have to play really conservative, and you have to pass the ball, drive to the through the lane, and you have to just score twos like layups, easy stuff like that. And then over time, what will happen is they will stop on defense. If you stop them and you get turnovers, that's even better. Run the score up more, and if they miss a shot, even better. Just keep going and keep going, and then through that, I actually won like a 2K game when I was down by like 30 points. So that's what they had to do, and if they did that, then they could have won.
They thought they were Curry, bro.
Yeah, but I don't know what was going on. They had a good first half. Third and fourth were difficult, and I'm kind of sad with the result. However, they did really well in the season, and I'm happy I got to see them play. Happy I got Barnes' jersey, and I'm happy that everything worked out in my favor for the most of the part of the season. And 76ers, they got a good team. Maxey is quite good. I kind of like him. 5 minutes left, ET saying. Maxey, I like him a lot. Harden and him work really well. It's the same as Minivan. And then we got, who else is on the team that's
Joel
good?
Embiid.
Joel, whatever. He played like a bitch in the last game. He was really cocky and showboating, and he dunked, like he drove, and then he was doing the fly, and then he got his shit rocked, the next play. So he pissed me off. He's a bitch for that, but he's a good player overall, and he's a giant as well. He's 7 feet, really good at like shooting, posting out, everything. He's like overall a really good player. So good for the 76ers. And yeah, I saw an interview with Maxey, and he was like, Embiid was saying the reason we'll win is you gotta be aggressive. I was telling him that on the plane ride there to Toronto, and Yeah, it's crazy. Everyone was saying Raps in 7 didn't quite work out. I watched a video. It was I watched the video this week of an old video of Nelk Boys when they went to Golden State Warriors game and were talking shit and like trolling the fans. And they were like, "You guys got to get this win because if we're up by 3, like that'll be hard. Like you guys need that win. It'll be hard to come back by." But with that being said, I watched the video of them saying that from 3 years ago now, when the Raptors were down 3-0. So I was like, oh, it's ironic.
Okay,
3
back
years later.
because we're on sports. I just want to know because if you guys didn't, then I won't talk on it. But did you guys watch the NFL draft?
I watched one pick because it was right after the game. I had it on and I was like, I just looked and I was like, okay, I'll see this one. Philadelphia Eagles selected that big defensive tackle. Did you see that guy?
No, bro.
He's
I
huge.
fucked off.
Holy shit! That guy, bro, he's huge. No, but I only watched that one pick. I didn't watch the rest because it was like right during the game, so I just had it on after. But what are you gonna say about it?
Okay, no, never mind. I'm good. No, because it was my thoughts on this. Like they picked this. Green Bay picked this Walker. Yeah, but it's kind of you gotta like watch it because there's something based on them. So yeah. How much time do we have left?
This is your thing.
Yeah, that's not 3 minutes, bro.
Okay, well, one of the things I want to say about like the Raptors is one of the reasons why the shooting was off so much is because they didn't have Fred VanVleet, which is like their top shooter.
Yeah, it's true.
He was injured, which sucks because
Yeah.
he's like such a good player. He like creates so many points for them. But I think the Raps did a good job of having like some other guys on their team step up. Scotty Barnes played amazing, and it just shows like he has such a like far career. He's gonna be.
Siakam had a great game in Game 4.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He dropped like how many did he drop? 25, 30. He did really good. But Tyrese Maxey and Scotty Barnes, man, they're
Scotty got the
such
MVP.
good- Yeah. And like, have you seen the thing? It was like the rising stars. Scotty Barnes and Tyrese Maxey. The shitty thing about this series is
They're
Tyrese
young.
Maxey and Scotty Barnes were like really good friends.
Mhm.
And you know, when it's playoff time, you know, all friendships are ended. You know,
Hmm.
it's just what matters on the court. So, yeah, I thought it was a good series nonetheless. You know, Raps didn't get the win they wanted, but good series.
Yeah, and they were there's not even 10 teams that got this far of a comeback in NBA history. I think there's
Mhm.
4 other teams that got this far with them, so they were like the 5th team to force Game 6 from coming down 3-0. Then the Game 7, that would have been legendary. I think only 2 or 3 teams in the NBA history have gone back from a 3-0 deficit. So that's crazy. If they would have won that, but if they won the championship from that would have been sick. Philadelphia now go on to play the Miami Heat, which I was telling Jackson as well is a very competitive competitor.
Defense.
Their defense is crazy. You saw the clip with Trae Young, Justin, I'm assuming, with Trae Young, how they kept switching. They would set a pick and then instantly somebody would be on Trae Young within a
yeah.
millisecond. They had 3 guys guarding him, and then
He gets a
they
hot
were
hand, bro.
really aggressive, and it would cause turnovers, and that's how they lost. And even Trae Young was saying that he's never been guarded like that since high school. And it's different. He's not used to that. He's like obviously a different level of play, different skill level, but you know, I don't know. Playoffs are interesting. The Nets are also out. All right, a little bit more recent news. So as you guys know, Amber Heard, that's her last name, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Johnny Depp have been having this legal problem that they've had for many years now. But they recently had another case that's been hitting the internet. And this case kind of made it more clear that Johnny was innocent. Johnny got to side with him because, you know, a lot of people are complaining, like, society nowadays are always putting blame that women are the victims, but men are victims. He was saying on the podium how he's been mistreated when he's been slapped by her and like all this
Punched.
stuff, punched by her, everything. Wine was thrown at his face or something.
It was a tequila bottle. Cut off his
Tequila,
finger.
yeah. So
Cigarette too.
yeah, so that's just like disgusting. Hopefully that bitch gets what she deserves. No, but I don't know her at the end of the day. But anyway, yeah, Team Johnny, FTW. But I think, you know, because of like what happened was when he was just, it was Amber that first started this stuff. And then when it was heard that the music's got louder.
Yeah, these are loud.
When
They're
it
more
was-
drunk, bro.
Yeah, they're getting more drunk. The kids are fast asleep. It's almost 10 o'clock. Yeah.
The kids are in the car, bro.
Yeah, dude. So, once this was brought to light about the situation, Disney was like, "Oh shoot, we hear that Johnny's beating up women," so they cut ties with him. So
Yeah.
because of that, there's not gonna be another pirate movie.
No, there is, but I don't think he's in it.
Well,
Yeah, don't watch that.
yeah,
Don't
don't
watch
watch
that.
that one. Don't watch
That it's gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
It's gonna be horrible. Nothing
Yeah.
good is gonna be about it. Like, after what they went off of, the last one, Dead Men Tell No Tales, right?
I don't remember.
It's something like that. But basically, what's his name? This squid thing.
Oh,
Squid
I
Games.
know who you're talking about.
Not Captain Barbosa.
The Kraken,
Kraken guy, yeah. Davy
Jones.
Yeah, Davy Jones and all that. Yeah, they show him like at the credits like he came back to life, and
Yeah.
they can play that next movie can do so good, but Johnny Depp's not gonna be in it, so it's not gonna be good. And basically about the Johnny case, also support of Johnny, but it's horrible. She has no proof. All her photos have been fake. I think one of her friends was thrown out the courtroom because she said lies. She didn't
Yeah.
say the actual truth, and you can actually go to jail for that because you swear oath.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just love watching the funny videos of Johnny's side with his lawyers. They're having fun, laughing. You look at Amber's side; they're in panic mode, like trying to find something. And it's just so good. Also, that she has no proof of anything because there's this one time her lawyer asks a question and then objects to it right away, which was so funny. I kept on laughing.
Yeah.
And then there's this testimony of this guy that was vaping and driving. Oh my god, bro.
Vape and drive?
No. While he had his phone, but he was driving, vaping. He's like, oh, I think that but it was so funny. Yeah, but yeah. Okay. That's all I really gotta say. Free Johnny. I hope he gets what he deserves. And I hope Amber,
Hopefully Disney reconsiders.
yeah.
He said that there was a plan to close out.
I think they will reconsider. I think Amber's just gonna get her sentence and that's it.
Yeah, I hope that she gets death penalty.
No.
I wish death.
No,
I wish
no.
death upon
We don't
her.
want.
I'm joking. I don't.
We don't wish any harm on anybody except for the guy that snitched on our group chat. If you see this, we do wish harm on you. Anywho.
Remember what we were
Oh.
talking about before the
Oh,
episode?
they're playing that song.
Nice.
We're so off track, bro.
Yeah.
Every time I'm on, bro, it's always a bass thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go after the episode. I'm gonna go out and see how loud it is because it's getting louder. They're getting more drunk, bro.
We'll listen to that. Oh my god, be nice.
Yeah. Knock on the
Everyone
door.
wants
See
to-
if,
want me-
knock
want
on the
me-
door. See if they want to play, bro.
Oh shit, bro, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah. They're drunk dads, bro. Yeah.
I'm sorry, we're having a moment here.
Yeah.
Canucks?
Canucks. Yeah. So Canucks are out of the playoffs officially. They had a great run, and with
Wait, shut your.
what? Sit down.
Man.
Yo.
With Bruce, they did really, really well, and I think that next year they're gonna do really well. But no, everybody kind of like they had a spark that came back, so I think that's gonna be really great for them. They won against the Kraken. They have never lost to the Kraken in the history of the league, even though they've been out for only one. They've only been here for only one season, but I think that next year's going to be really well, and the Canucks, they did well with Bruce, and I think that they should be proud of how they were done, how they've done, and yeah, they worked really well. That one loss against the Senators, holy shit, that was annoying, but that's kind of what. You okay? Kind of what went on with the streak of losing and whatnot, and getting out of the playoffs. But yeah, so I want to say, I doubt the Warriors will win tomorrow, but we'll see. It'll be 6 games in a row they've lost, I think. But with the Seals, that they I think are on a winning streak. I found out today somebody was saying that if you play in the NLL, you don't get paid enough. You get paid like $30K a year. They have to have another job. Yeah.
Dude, you see that
It's just a hobby.
Pretty
you
much.
see that WNBA player that started OnlyFans?
Who?
I forgot who it was, but there's this. I saw it in I think Flight fucking was like, oh shit, bro. Like this shows that they don't even get paid enough to have to set their own OnlyFans. It was legit. It was actually legit. Like she actually started on OnlyFans. You know.
Those.
It's because you have to think about it. Yes, we want to treat women equal, but they're not. I don't say they're not bringing in the money, but not a lot of fans. It's not hyping that. That's where you get paid more. The
I think
tickets.
that if you
what is
have
sold.
if you have a OnlyFans, you're not doing any good to society
Well, okay, bro. You know.
when it comes to a job.
You do know like OnlyFans does not always have to be like, oh.
Of course not. It doesn't have to be pornography.
Like there's this guy OnlyFans. He just posts like stuff he can't like show on like a normal thing. Not
Yeah,
like people
yeah.
dying or anything like that, but like there was like this boxing
Patreon
match.
type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about if you do pornography like that, you have to,
Yeah, there's,
pay
there's
like.
no point.
Well, for them, money.
Yeah. Okay. I was watching. I saw this funny meme. It was like, "Oh, I bought my house at age 17. Thanks, OnlyFans."
Exactly.
And it was just and
there's
the comments were
underage.
just like, "Oh, SWAT team coming in,
Yeah.
FBI kicking down doors, you know, all of
Yeah.
that."
Yeah. That's all my topics I can think of right now. It's on to Justin.
Dude, I have nothing left.
Hmm.
But I will say, on the Canucks, just touching on their season, I think they had a pretty good season. We kind of got like too little, too late. You know what I mean? Like, PD was
A little bit.
really good towards the end of the season, but in the beginning of the season, he had a drought.
Yeah.
Which we need our top players
But
to be
once-
scoring goals. So
Once Bruce came around, that changed.
yeah,
That
so
did change, yeah.
I think next year we'll have a pretty good team. We got
Yeah.
guys like Quinn Hughes, Elias Pettersson, Brock Besser. I want to see who they'll get rid of and who they'll keep.
Demko's been
Um,
quite good as well.
Yeah, dude, Demko's a beast, dude. If they get rid of him. Also,
They
JT Miller, dude, if they get rid of him, he is so good. Like, they did this thing, they posted on their Instagram. It was like the end of the season stats. JT Miller won like 3 of the awards. It's like top goal scorer, top like assist. Like, he's just so
Popped
good.
off.
So I hope they don't get rid of him. But yeah, I think they'll have a pretty good season next year, pretty good team. Hopefully, they live up to the expectations, and they can make it to the playoffs, which would be pretty good.
Yep. Next year. Last year they did well in the playoffs. No,
Hmm
2020 is where they did
Yeah.
really well. They went to the semifinals.
Yeah.
They lost against Golden Knights. I think they lost by 1 game. It was like they went to game 7, I think.
Mhm.
Anyway, that was close. I think Vegas lost in the semifinals. The Canucks made it to the quarterfinals because they beat Minnesota. Went on to the quarterfinals against Vegas, and then the Vegas versus the Sharks. I think no, the Vegas and the Sharks were off in the semis, and then the final, Tampa, and then who was in the final? It was Tampa and
Was it?
not the Capitals.
Actually, yeah,
Capitals?
Obi and probably.
Mm.
But Tampa won, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they won with the Rays as well. And the year after that, or before, one of the two, Dodgers won and then Lakers won. So
Yeah.
this year, it would be the 3rd year in a row where there's 2 professional sports cities that win everything. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Is that all, guys?
No, I gotta say one thing. We're starting this new thing called Travel Podcast. This is where we go on planes and we set up we do a podcast on the plane, and that it's such a good idea because people can chip in and all that, like the flight attendants, Stay
Bring
tuned.
food.
Stay tuned for that. If we drop 1 million subscribers, we will 100% do that.
Can't promise anything.
We can't
I don't
promise.
know,
1 million
he pulled that out of his
subscribers.
ass.
No, deadass. 1 million subscribers.
You're telling me that if we get 1 million subscribers,
We'll
from
go on
when?
a plane.
From when? When are we getting 1 mil?
At whenever we get 1 mil, bro.
Whenever we get 1 mil, we're gonna start a podcast on the plane.
Yep, you hear it right
In
here.
economy or what are we talking?
No, fucking anywhere, bro.
Emirates first
Mhm,
class,
first
eh?
class.
Yeah, you fucking hear it, bro. And also,
we're gonna get 1 mil.
It's like $10,000.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, that never mind.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
what if I did Mr. Beast money in here?
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah, but I've always wanted to do like podcasting weird parts, like you're like just sitting in the pool and you just have like the on the podcast.
They did it on stage. That I sent that to the group chat.
Yeah,
That would
be
be
nice.
really fun. Really fun
Because
if we ever
you
did
don't
that.
you don't think of a topic, bro. You literally just
Honestly, we
use
talked
li-
to the
you
public.
like you listen to the crowd, you
Yeah.
hear what they say, and then you go off of that.
Exactly.
And it's
They
just like
did it
just
in
pure
Cleveland.
raw.
Pure raw. Just like episode 50 when you were on. That was quite cool. Yeah, I know. Alright. Well, we'll close it out here. Good timing too. We ended at a good time, not too late. So thank you for everybody that's been watching this far.
Yeah.
Next episode we'll see you episode 103. Not sure if we'll have a guest or not, but we shall see.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll
So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
My bad. But I'm gonna take the spotlight from you. If
Okay.
you don't mind.
Sure.
I like to take this time to, if you're going through any troubles right now and all that, there are people here that care about you, and you can always clock in and listen to us speak. If you always feel alone, just remember to click like and subscribe and comment. I'm alone, and we'll try to get you onto this podcast. We'll try to get you a guest. You tell us your story. Anywho, hey, I'm over here.
He's talking like
Hey.
he's a part of it now.
Hey,
He's the cameraman.
I'm one with you guys.
Mm.
So hit it with a 1, 2, 3. See ya.
Oh, that's dude perfect.
Oh, it is? Never mind. Well, the back. One. I was gonna hit your heads, but that was kind of mean.
Yeah.
Anywho.
We'll just end it now. See
Well,
you guys.
peace out.
See you guys next week.